think that we need to start by trying to answer what is a fire adaptive community. And there's a couple of definitions because every community is different, and the different activities that go into a fire adaptive community are going to vary depending on the community itself. The National Wildfire Coordinating Group defines a fire adaptive community as a human community consisting of informed and prepared citizens collaboratively planning and taking action to safely coexist with wildfire. So you see across the top, that means whether you're a civic leader, a developer, a business owner, a first responder, a land manager, or a homeowner, there are all roles to play. Everyone has a responsibility in a fire adaptive community. Another definition that's widely used comes from the U.S. Forest Service, and it is a knowledgeable and engaged community in which awareness and actions of residents regarding infrastructure, building, landscaping, and the surrounding ecosystem lessen the need for extensive protection actions and enables the community to safely accept fire as a part of the surrounding landscape. So when you see comparatively side by side, many people have the mindset that they need to have a war on fire. And a shift in thinking from a fire adaptive community standpoint might be that we need to work with the flow, the natural process that fire actually is. People might start with the mindset that wildfire is destructive, but they also need to understand that wildfire is a necessary natural process. People think that they need to control wildfire on their landscapes, but they also need to learn to live with fire on these fire adaptive landscapes. A lot of people think that we just simply need to prevent and suppress the fires. Another mindset is to create fire-resistant human and natural communities together. Some people feel that the problem of wildfires is that they are escaping control. But there also is equally the problem that by suppressing all of these fires in the natural wildfire have helped create a problem of buildup of fuels, which creates much larger and unnatural fires. Lastly, people may think that the solution to applying existing procedures and technology just will bring a more strong control of fire, whereas a fire adaptive community might understand finally that the solution is to develop a more holistic approach to fire management, where local communities adjacent to property owners and government work together to co-manage the fire risk. It's important to understand that in fire adaptive communities, the public understands certain components. They understand that there's a role that fire will play on the surrounding landscape. They understand that fire authorities cannot save all homes. They may not be able to. And lastly, that the community mitigation actions will reduce the unwanted impacts of wildfire. In a fire adaptive community, the public also is going to take action. They're going to support and enhance local fire protection capacity, what the firefighters can do, and then what they can do through Ready, Set, Go. They can prepare structures for wildfire via either being firewise or living with fire or similar principles. They need to take action to build fire-resistant materials and use low-risk landscapes. They also need to increase and maintain risk reduction efforts over time. This is the holistic approach that the community needs to take under a fire adaptive community model. The community takes a variety of integrative actions specific to their community. So as you can see, there are many different steps that a community can take, and not every community is going to take the same step. You know, fire adaptive communities are for every community and they're unique. There are certain steps and strategies that they can take to improve their own resilience, and they will vary from place to place. All stakeholders share the wildfire risk. They have to become a part of fire adaptive communities. They have to help with the strategy and the stress. Everyone shares a responsibility. Is a fire adaptive community just a new name for Firewise? No, it's not. Firewise is a program. Fire adaptive communities is a process, again, a holistic approach. And then how will we know when the community is finally fire adaptive? There is no ending defined point for communities striving to live more safely with wildfire because the work is never finished. At the heart of the process is this local collaboration and planning, coordination and action. It takes agencies, citizens, and all players have to get together and exchange ideas and information about these efforts and lay out strategies for moving forward together.